Have you ever met someone who pushes the people they love away, just to see if they'll come back? They pick fights for no reason. They go cold without warning. They create problems in perfectly good relationships. From the outside, it looks like self-sabotage. But psychology says this behavior isn't random. It actually reveals something deeply human about how they were hurt, how they learned to survive, and what they desperately need but are too afraid to ask for. Let's decode the real psychology behind people who test everyone they love. 1. They learned love was conditional. Psychologists say that people who constantly test others usually grew up in environments where love came with conditions. It was given when they performed well, and withdrawn when they didn't. So as adults, they unconsciously recreate that dynamic. They push people to the edge not because they want to lose them, but because they need to confirm one terrifying question. Will you leave me too? Testing becomes their way of screening for real love before they allow themselves to feel safe. 2. Their nervous system doesn't trust peace. Research on attachment theory shows that people with anxious or disorganized attachment styles often feel deeply uncomfortable when things are going well. Stability feels foreign. Calm feels like a warning. So they manufacture conflict to return to a feeling their nervous system recognizes. Psychologists call this emotional homeostasis. It's not drama for drama's sake. It's a traumatized mind trying to feel at home, even if that home was painful. 3. They are terrified of abandonment. At the core of almost every test is one fear: abandonment. Psychologists link this directly to early experiences of rejection, neglect, or inconsistent caregiving. When someone tests you, they are essentially saying, "I need to know if you will stay before I let myself love you fully." The test is not an attack. It is a deeply vulnerable question disguised as difficult behavior. They would rather push you away on purpose than be blindsided by you leaving on your own. 4. They believe they are too much to be loved. Many people who test others carry a deep internal belief that they are fundamentally flawed. Too emotional. Too needy. Too broken. So the testing becomes a way of proving that belief wrong, or confirming it before they get too attached. Psychologists call this a negative self-schema. They are not trying to destroy the relationship. They are trying to find out if the relationship is strong enough to survive who they really are. 5. Testing is how they ask for reassurance. Here is what most people miss. Behind every test is an unspoken plea. Prove to me that I matter. Prove to me that you won't disappear. Prove to me that I am worth staying for. They have never learned how to ask for reassurance directly, usually because asking made them vulnerable to disappointment in the past. So instead of saying "I need you to show me you care," they create a situation that forces you to show it. It is a painful and imperfect way of communicating a very real emotional need. So the next time someone you love seems to be pushing you away for no reason, look deeper. They may not be difficult. They may simply be someone who was never shown that love could be safe. Someone who is testing you not to hurt you, but because they are terrified of being hurt first. Understanding this doesn't mean accepting toxic behavior. But it does mean recognizing that behind every test is a person who wants, more than anything, to finally stop running the test and just be loved. If this made you think differently about someone in your life, hit subscribe. Because on this channel, we don't just talk about behavior. We reveal the hidden psychology behind why people do what they do. And sometimes, understanding someone changes everything.